Hello, how are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Fine,
Good, how are you?
fine, thank you. I want to make sure you see the screen. Um,
You had a good Thanksgiving?
was good. How about yours?
It was good, thank you.
All right. Can you see the screen? I placed something on the screen. Hope you can see it. Today we're rounding up the class with multiple regressions. Now I received some actually I wanted to show you what we have because this week will be our final last. After this week, we won't have any class. So I'm gonna put the rest of the next week will be no class, and basically the exam week will start next week. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, the exam week will start next week. But our exam I'm gonna be on final exam. I'll put it on the 16th. I'll make it available on the 16th so that you can have take it on the 16th or the 18th to take it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, let me take you to the class. Maybe I can open it from here, of course. So if you look at my announcements, we have this week 15, classwork homework 10, which is the last homework for you. Then project, try and complete your project this week. And classwork 9, I have not decided what it will be, but I'm gonna make it available it should be there by tomorrow. Now, in general, if you go to the models and scroll down, this is where I'm gonna place the final exam right here. Let me put the final exam. That should be module 9. Should be the final exam model. Yep. Module 9, final exam. Okay. So let me try this. Yep, it's working. So this is where I'm going to place the final exam right here.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering, when is the last day you said for making up an assignment?
You need to send it if um you have up to 70% your attendance. I need it now. So some people have sent it already.
So can I still submit
So
it and then I just email you what I submitted?
no, you don't submit anything. I'm not gonna make you submit what is already graded. So if you are qualified, I'm gonna give you a new question altogether.
Oh, okay.
So what you're gonna do is to send me an email and put the names of the 3 assignments you want to make up. Like we have homework 1, test 1, classwork, that kind of thing. 3
Okay.
you want to make up. Put it on the email. Now, in my reply, which I'm going to start making the reply this week, I'll put the question that I want you to do, and then when you finish it, you email it to me for grading. So don't submit what has already been graded. You're gonna submit the one I will give you to. Okay?
Okay.
Professor,
Yeah.
do you answer like which emails do you answer? Your
It is same. It is
Canvas
same. It is same
or your
email.
email?
It's the same one in the syllabus. Yeah. Why did you ask?
Because that's why I sent you some emails and I ain't never got no response. But I'm gonna go check.
What's your name?
Tahik with Theophil.
I don't. Are you
It
the one?
was yeah, it's about attendance or some stuff like that.
Oh, are you the one that sent me an email last week? That was
Yeah,
you were here,
yeah,
but I didn't mark you present.
yeah. Because it was like I didn't know that if I joined on a Zoom on a phone that it was going to display my name like differently than it did on my computer. So I didn't know for like that whole entire week I was coming to class. I got marked absent.
You didn't sign the attendance when you came to class.
Nah, like my Zoom would say like my nickname. It'll say Theo instead of saying my full name Theo Phil or everything like that. And
Okay, that was for last week. Let's fix last week, right? It says I saw that
yeah,
email
okay, thank you.
last week. Hold on. Let's see. Let's fix the last week. Yeah, let's fix last week.
Professor, when is the final exam?
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it available from next week, but you won't be able to take it until the 16th, which is Tuesday. 16th, not this coming Tuesday, next Tuesday. I haven't decided. I haven't concluded yet, but it's gonna be either 16th or 11th that will be available. I haven't concluded yet.
And we
So
can complete it online.
yeah, you just the same way you do your test. Theophil, Mr. Theophil, you still there, right?
Yes, sir.
So that was Thursday last week. Oh, excuse me, sorry. We're not here on Thursday. It was Tuesday. It was Tuesday. All right. I'm actually present, Mr. Theophil. Hello, can you see me?
I'm gonna go check the dates
Right
because
here. Look.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So let me know that after the class is over.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
I have a question about the makeup work.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Are we still able to email you about the makeup work? And
If your attendance is 70%, I need that email this before Friday.
okay.
You have to list the name of the assignments you want to make up.
And when we name them, do we have to rely on a response to make them up?
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna reply and give you the question that you solve to make them up.
Okay.
Not the old question. You're gonna have an entirely new question.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's start the class now. We started regression last week and we completed. Now, what we did last week was simple regression, simple linear regression. But in real life, there are multiple variables, multiple independent variables that can affect or influence the dependent variable y. So that leads us to multiple regression analysis. Now, in multiple regression, what we do is to use more than one independent variable. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Put it on the floor. Excuse me, sorry. So what we do is to use more than one independent variables, like the variables. I'll make an S there, as a means to explain the variation in a dependent variable of interest. Last week I explained to you what the dependent variable is and what the independent variable is. For example, a grocery store owner may want to know if there is a relationship between the amount of milk a household consumes per week and the annual income of the household and the size of the family. So he might be trying to figure out how the income of the household and the size of the family, see, two independent variables, income and household size, how it affects their milk consumption per week. That will give you an example of multiple regression. So in multiple regression, this is the regression model here. Y equals to B0 plus B1 x1 plus b2 x2 plus all the way to the last independent variable, where the y is the predicted value of the dependent variable y. So y is the predicted value of y, given the values of x1, x2 to the last x, and s1, x2, sk, to the last x, of course, are the independent variables of interest. Then the model, the b0, I call it the slope coefficient. B0 is the y-intercept of the regression line. B1 is the average change in the y variable due to 1 unit change in the x1 variable, with x2 and sk remaining constant. B2 is the average change in the y variable due to one unit change in the x2 variable, with x1, x3 remaining constant. And the bk is the same thing, just average change in y due to 1 unit change in the xk, with s1, s2, and sk minus 1 remaining constant. So this just give you the background of what what the regression model is about. When we solve an example, it will clarify it more. So now one thing we need to do is, and that is very important when doing regression analysis or regression model, is to identify the variables. So and when we do that, we can also calculate the regression coefficient, which predicts the change in the dependent variable due to 1 unit increase in an independent variable while holding the other variables constant. So I've already explained what this slope coefficient is. Now, and we are doing this with calculator, multiple regression. One question can take you 3 hours to 4 hours to finish. Assuming you didn't make a mistake. If you make a mistake, it might take you 6 hours. But with Excel, we can finish it in a couple of minutes, few minutes, and even interpret the results. So depending on how many independent variables you have. If you have like 3 independent variables, or 4, if you have 4 independent variables, it can take you up to 4 hours, so 5 hours to finish it, to finish one question. But with Excel, it takes you a couple of minutes and you're done. Now let's look at this question here. It says a dairy cooperative wants to examine how household milk. Hold on. Okay. Want to examine how household milk consumption, which is the y variable, that's dependent variable. Household milk consumption. Excuse me. I got something I wrote down here. Oh. Okay. Yep. Household milk production is based on the annual household income, X1, which is measured in thousands per year, and the size of the household. The data for 15 randomly selected families is obtained and presented below. You can see the data. For this family, milk consumption is 21 quarts, and income is $45,000, and there are 5 in the family. The second family their consumption is 10 quarts. They have $55,000 income, and they have two in the family, and so on and so forth. It says use the above data to answer the following questions. Find the find the correlation coefficient R and the coefficient of determination R squared. Explain your results. B, say find the regression equation. Interpret the regression equation. And D, say what is the predictive milk consumption for a family with annual income of $50,000 and a size of 4, a family size of 4 people. So the first thing you do is to put the data set in Excel. So we put it in Excel. That's the first thing we do. Let me write this in the milk production. Okay, I have it. So yeah, I'm gonna copy from here. Control C, and paste it in Excel. Okay. And paste it in Excel. Okay, this one is for make production. Okay, this one is to household income. And this is the family size. So I'm gonna make this like this. Okay. I'm gonna make it look beautiful. So, but the size is too much, so I'm gonna reduce the size. I'm gonna reduce the size to 16 or 14. 14 is good enough. Yep, 14 is good enough. Okay. Now this will be 21, so I'm gonna make it 21. So that's corrected. Now, so we have it in Excel now. So we are asked to answer all these questions here. Find the correlation coefficient R and the coefficient of determination R square, explain the result, find the regression equation, interpret the regression coefficients, what is the predicted milk consumption for a family with annual income of $50,000 and this family size of 4 people. So what you're gonna do is go back to Excel where we have the data set. And then we can now put the data in. So we're here. So click on data, then click on data analysis. It will open up. You go all the way down. Okay. Let's start all over. Make sure I have you here. Yep, I got you. So click on data and then data analysis. Then scroll down to where we have the regression. Click on it and click OK. Now you can see where they have the input Y range. Click there and copy all the Y, which is milk production, all the way to the last one. Okay. Now for the independent variable, for the X range, you're gonna copy the 2X variables, two of them, all the way to last. Okay. Then lab, because I highlighted the title, so I'm gonna check the label. I'm gonna leave this one at 95 because it didn't tell us any alpha. So I'm just in standard, that's what we use in statistics, 95. Otherwise, if you say use 90%, that means the alpha will be 90%. 90%. For the output range, I'm gonna choose to place it under here. Okay. I don't want any residue. I don't want any line of plot. So you didn't ask for that anyway. I'm gonna click OK. It give us the result. See the result it give us. All this result, if you are doing it with calculator, it could take you hours to get. So with this, we have the summary outputs. You can see the correlation coefficient R. You can see the R square for the coefficient of determination. Let me just make all these things here to be pretty smart places. Okay. I'm going to highlight them so you can see the one we're looking for right here. Because it says, if you look at the question says, find the correlation coefficient R and then the coefficient of determination R square, explain our results. So I have this space for them. Let's start with the R. R equals, I'm gonna make this in bold. Why it's small like this? Make it bold. Okay. Answer we got for R, you can see it right here. in Excel, 0.885. Okay, 0.885. See, I wrote it down. I'm gonna highlight it here. 885. And what does it mean? It means that the milk consumption is very strongly related, is positively related to the combined effect of income and family size, which means that when the family size, household with bigger, higher income and larger families consume more milk than household with low income and smaller families. Any question on this, guys? Any question?
No.
Okay, good. Then the one that asked us next, they want to find the R square. So I'm gonna put R square here. Our answer for R square. R squared equal. I'm gonna edit this. R squared. The answer we got there for R square from the Excel, you can see it right here, is 0.783, 0.783. 0.783. Okay, I'm gonna highlight it. Okay. And what does it mean? It means that about 78.3% of the change or variation in the milk consumption is explained by income of the family and the family size, working to, which means that these two variables, income and the family size, are very effective when it comes to predicting the milk product consumption of a household. That's what it means. Now, next question they ask us is to find the regression equation. If you look at the general format for the regression equation is, for this one, will be y equals b0 plus b1 x1 plus b2 x2. Now, that is the general format for this. I'll make some adjustments here. Okay. X1. Okay, this one. Adjustment. Okay. Well, of course, BO is the y-intercept, and B1 and B2 are the slope parameters for the income and the household size. Now, remember that this equation format is derived from here, general format for it. Okay. Now with this, we can now go to Excel to find out what BO and B1 and B2 represent. Here, and I'm going to write it out. B0 equals B0 equals, okay, B1 equals B2 equals. So let's go and see what the number they represent there. Write it down. Okay. It's B1, B2, B1, B0, B1, B2. So we go to Excel. If you go to this section, you see what we have. I'm gonna highlight them. This is B0. This is B1. This is B2. Okay, let me see. So intercept and then B0, B0, B1, B2. Let me make them all 3 decimal places. Yeah, 3 decimal places should be good. You can make it 3 decimal. Okay. So let me write them down. B0 is 11.503. Okay. Then B1, which is income, 0.399. And then B2 is 4.526, which is the family size. So we're gonna plug this, write them down, and then plug this into the general equation for this general equation to get the equation of the regression line. B0 is negative 11.503, and the B1 is 0.399. B2 is 4.526. So this gives us the general format for the equation regression line, which is for this particular equation, y equals b0, which is negative 11.505 plus 0.399 x1 plus 4.526 x2. That x1 is the annual family income, and then x2 is the family size. So this is the regression equation part specific to this question problem. See, now we have gotten it. Oh, I should have placed it under this place. So let me copy this and paste it under. Okay, we're good. We are good. So now we have them. These are the regression equations. So what does this regression coefficient mean? Because the question says to interpret them. Now let's start with B1, which is the slope for the annual family income. B1, which is B1 of 0.399. So it means that it tells us that an additional $1,000 of annual income, that is, if the annual income increased by additional $1,000, and if family size is held constant, then family consumption of milk will increase by 0.399 quarts per week. That's what it means. Now, B2 of 4.5286 means that is the family size. It means that for each additional family member, I mean, if the family size increased by one person, and if you hold the family's income constant, then the family's milk consumption will increase by an average of 4.526 quarts per week. Okay. Then the y-intercept, which is negative 11.503. Let's just assume that because you don't have negative milk consumption, you stop at 0. So we can just call it, say that the y of negative 0.503, assume that it is 0, means that the milk consumption for a family with what it represents is how much milk a family that has no income and no family member consumes. So that's basically what she's telling us. But there's no negative result. So if it's 0, that's what you're gonna say. It presents the milk consumption for a family that has no income and have no, has no family members. However, because it's a negative, we can just say that so it is not really the best practice is if it's negative, just assume that it is 0. So we don't have any observation in our sample that has a the have value for negative. So we just assume that it's 0 and that it is the meal consumption for a family that has no income and no family member. So that's we answered part A, B, C. Any question before we answer the last part, which is the part D? Any question for answer part D? Okay, there's no question. So let's answer part D then. Now, before we answer part D, we need to know what question is it asking. Part D says, what is the predicted milk consumption for a family with an annual income of 50,000 and family size of 4 people? So it is telling you that at X1 is $50,000, which is 50 basically. X2 is 4 people. So what you have to do is to go to the equation and plug it in there, and then you get your answer. So right here, I have the equation. Let me just copy it from here. Okay. And then put it right here. Okay. So let me make it bigger, make it 18 or even 20. Okay, good. Now, if say that if x1 equals 50,000, which is basically 50. I'll say 50. Because when you look at the table, they remove the 3 zeros. So let's see the income. Like this one is 21, which is 21,000 this a year. Sorry, so my mistake, not this one. The income. This one is 45, which is 45,000 a year. This is 55, which means 55,000 a year. So they remove the 3 zeros. So income of 50,000 just simply means 50. Then X2 equals, excuse me, 4 people. So plugging this into the equation, we have that Y equals, okay, make it 18 again. So I'm going to plug this inside here. 0.399 for S1. I'm going to change it to S1 is income 50. And for X2, which is family size of 4, I'm changing to 4. Let's see the answer again. Let me write this down so we can put it in a calculator. I got 1 minute. Y equals negative 11.503 plus 0.399 times 50 plus 4.526 times 4. Let's see what it will give us. Okay. So I'm trying to use the regression equation to make predictions. Okay, let me see if I can get a calculator right here. Calculator is right here. So you got 11.503 plus 0.399 times 50 plus 4.526 times 4. 26.551 watts. So I'm going to go and put it in right there. 26 551 quarts. Okay. So the predicted milk consumption for a family of $50,000 and the family size of 4 is 551 watts. So we have used this equation to predict milk consumption for that family, for the family, that particular family. So any question on this? Any question? Hello guys, are you still there?
No.
Okay, good. So I think I'm not gonna keep you long, so you can go and start working on your projects and the main assignments. So meet again on Thursday. Our Thursday is also remote. That's one is remote. If you don't have any other question, if you are free to leave.
Yeah. Professor, this Theophil?
Say it again, sir.
This is Theophil?
Oh yeah, Theophil, yes.
I looked at the message I sent you, and for the attendance that I sent you, it was for the week of the 20th and the 18th. Both of those days I was present, and but I joined on my phone, and it showed like my nickname. And then when I checked
28th of what month again? What date again?
November 20th and November 18th.
Okay. Number 28. Let's fix it. I can move it here. Number 28 is
No, November 20th.
20th.
Mm-hmm.
It's TFI, right?
Yes, sir.
So number 20th fixed and 18th.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hold on, let me check my attendance too. For that Tuesday 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, let me see. I actually marked you present here. I marked you present here, but it wasn't. I made a mistake. I marked you absent here. Yeah, I marked you present here. Tuesday right here. Okay. Now, when next time I'll update your attendance, probably today, it will reflect on those days.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, guys, have a nice day, sir.
Question as well.
I also got a question, but I'll let.
Yeah, who has the question? Who?
You said when we email you what we need to make up, how fast should we expect an email back? Because you said by Friday.
I want you to send the email now. My response, leave my response. Just send the email first. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, who else?
I basically had the same questions answered. I was trying to figure out how fast is it going to take for you to unlock the assignments for makeup.
Just send the email so I can check your attendance and give
Should I
you.
send you another email? Because I already sent
Oh,
you
you
one.
did. You did already?
Yeah, I already sent you one email
Yeah,
like in class.
I'm gonna respond today.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Have a nice day. What is this?